All right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, and I hope everybody is having a good holiday weekend. Today is Monday, and at the time of this recording, in full disclosure, I will be in Anaheim watching the New York Yankees hopefully beat the Anaheim Angels. But the show must go on, right? We had to have some entertainment, so we got a lot to talk about right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody I know can waste time with that. So I said, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. But for a lot of people, this might be your first time joining me for one of these live shows. And so welcome to the first timers as well. And well, what happened when I started this show, I did a little bit of history before, but during the pandemic, I went on Facebook Live and I thought, I'm going to entertain people. And I did that. And we were all in lockdown. I'm here in Las Vegas. And I thought I made some entertaining videos, showing off some of my memorabilia, talking about some of my favorite pop culture, going out into the empty streets when no one else was doing it. Now, had I had done this on YouTube, I would have had a bigger audience and maybe made some dough at the same time. Excuse me. But it wasn't meant to be. Finally, in 2021, people were telling me, you got to do this on YouTube. You can make a lot of money doing this on YouTube. People would love to see you on YouTube. It all sounded nice, but I didn't believe it. And then one of my friends, he told me, you have no chance of making any money on YouTube. I've told the story before. He said you wouldn't be able to buy a cup of coffee. It's too crowded, blah, blah, blah. No one cares what you have to say. That was 30,000 subscribers ago. So I said, I'll give this YouTube a try. And in the beginning, I just thought, I'll ask my friends, to come on. I happen to have worked in the music industry, entertainment industry, and I thought I'll just see who I can sucker into coming on or who's nice enough to do it. My first guest was Joe Esposito. He sang "You're the Best Around" on the Karate Kid soundtrack, and he was nice enough to come on and be my first interview. I had no idea what I was doing. I had a friend help me set it up, and I don't think it's a terrible interview. As I've said before, I always wanted to have my own talk show. That was always the goal, broadcast journalism. So anyway, the show took off. And back then, I didn't know what the niche was going to be. I thought the niche would be pop culture, having fun. I didn't even really think it mattered that I had a niche. I wanted to show people what I like. So I went out and I filmed all these videos of famous locations, because this is something that I did in my personal life. I used to go visit where they film movies, where people died, where people were buried. I was always interested in seeing it. And then at some point during the pandemic, a lot of people started posting their videos doing the same. And I said, well, wait a second, I've been doing this for ages. I never really thought about sharing it with anyone. And sometimes I just took a picture and I thought, oh, a lot of these places I took pictures of are now gone. I better start visiting again. So I made all these videos of interesting places. Most of them I've never even released, because what happened is the interviews that I was putting out started getting popular. And I thought I better ride that wave. And I kept doing interviews, and eventually some got bigger. Carlos Cavazzo of Quiet Riot was on here, and it was a big interview, and it got monetized. And I wasn't sure what to do. If I put on a different thing, if I put on a TV location, the algorithm just wasn't getting it. Didn't know what people wanted to see from me. I always wanted to say that the niche is me. And if I like it, you'll like it. We all like pop culture together, right? Hard to convince an algorithm, which is not a real thing, or it's not a person, about that. So I finally said, you know what? Every time I'm on tour with the Stephen Pearcy Band, I go to these locations and I film them. And I do it for myself. And then I thought, I'm going to put these out. And it could hurt me. It could hurt, because the people who want to see the rock music and the touring, they might not get classic television show locations. And the people who like classic television show locations might not care about the rock music. And could this hurt my audience? So I started putting out the TV videos, and they didn't do very well. Classic TV locations. Can't even remember what the first one. Well, the first one happened accidentally, and it did incredible. I was in Arizona. I went to where they filmed the outside shot of Alice, the sign, and that one went nuts. It's at 70,000 now. But then I said, well, people like this. They really like this. And I tried The Facts of Life, Eastland Academy School. I thought it was a great video. Nobody watched it. I went to the house from Give Me a Break. Nobody really got it. And it continued where nobody really got what I was doing. Alice was this big hit. The other one's not so much. And then comes Sanford. So as you can see, I am wearing my big dummy shirt today. Right before this show, I drove down Eastern Avenue here in Las Vegas, and I went past Red Fox's house, and then I went past the store that he used to own to sell his junk to pay the IRS, and then the cemetery where he's buried. And I wanted to tell Red that I wanted to thank him for helping me in a roundabout way to make the biggest video in the history of this channel. Sanford and Son video. Before recording this, I think it was like 340,000 views. Who knows where it's going to go? But it's amazing. And what happened is the algorithm went, well, son of a bitch, this is what people want. And all of a sudden, these other ones started coming up. I released my video of the Jeffersons that I expected not to do that well. Filmed in New York City, by the way. I went all the way to New York for you. And that one's doing very well. Then I put up Benson. I said, nobody remembers Benson. But you know what? People started finding it. Great thing about YouTube is when the algorithm works, it really can work for you. It figured out how to get my audience. And maybe I did better keywords. Maybe I put out better titles and thumbnails. A lot of work went into trying to get better. And anyway, those videos have been so popular, and there's so many more on the way because I probably have 20 that I'm just sitting on, and then I'm constantly going out and doing more. If there's one that you guys want to see, a filming location of a television show, let me know in the comments. Chances are I probably already done it, or I'm on it. So anyway, if you're here because you've been here since the beginning, I'm so glad to see you. I can't really see you. But you probably should put some pants on. And if you're here because you're new because of the world of television, how great. Let's see if we can't mix the two. So the way the channel works is that live shows on Monday, and then on Wednesdays, I'm joined by a musician named Wednesday 13. A lot of you know him. He was in a band called the Murder Dolls. And Wednesday and I have become good friends because we have so much in common. So he comes on Wednesday, and he'll be here this Wednesday. So join me back again on Wednesday. And then on Mondays and Fridays, new videos alternating between tour diaries, which are called My Life on the Road. It's a series about me touring with Stephen Piercy and now Warren DeMartini as well of Rat. And then the television location videos. And we're going to do those television location videos until I've got every television show in history, and then we'll start movies. Movies is a crowded field. There's a lot of people who do it. But what I've learned is it's about how you do it. You're right. You might, other people may have gone to the same place, but I feel like I have something, not a different view on it. Plus, maybe you haven't seen it. Anyway, so I appreciate all the viewers. So today is Monday. I'm heading to the Yankees-Angels game. And tomorrow I will be at Disneyland. And I'm not really looking to make videos like that. That there's enough of. There's enough Disney adults. And look what I try. I shouldn't say it because one day I'll do it. But and then I'll say, look at me, I should have said it. But that's more for my own life. And then Wednesday, I'll go back to the Yankees game and hopefully see another win, hopefully a sweep, if you will. And then after that, I'll be in Burbank, California at the Hollywood Show. I'll be bringing in a couple cool guests to a very cool convention. including Stephen Pearcy of Rat, Simon Wright of AC/DC and Dio, and Whit Hertford, who played young Stephen in the Lay It Down music video. We're going to have some opportunities to pre-purchase autographs from that event. If you want to do that, follow me on Instagram. It's probably the best place to get updates. My Instagram is JSIN_green, no E at the end of green, like the color. And we'll have some updates, and you'll be able to get some signatures from that convention. Other people appearing, Priscilla Presley, Bolo from Enter the Dragon, Diane Ladd from Alice and Christmas Vacation. I forget the cast of Barney Miller. There's only 2 surviving, but they're going to be there. Lots of exciting stuff. It's a really great pop culture convention. Meryl Hemingway, star 80. She's going to be there. I'm just naming people. The Leave It to Beaver cast, the surviving cast of Leave It to Beaver. I'm trying to rattle things off the top of my head. But anyway, it's going to be a good time. If you're in town, come see. If not, follow me online and get yourself some memorabilia. After that, I'm on my way to Canada with Stephen Pearcy and Vince Neil. What a bill, right? Singer of Rat, singer of Motley Crue. And that's going to be in the Niagara Falls area. I'm going to think about Superman 2 when I see those falls. I've only seen it from the American side. I've never seen it from the Canadian side. So that'll be fun. That's on June 14th. And then I'll be in New York City for 3 or 4 days. And I'll be bringing you some locations that maybe you weren't expecting. And that's coming soon. And then alternate on the road between the Stephen Pearcy solo band and the Pearcy D. Martini band throughout the rest of the year. So that's a little bit of an update about the show, about what I'm up to. You can let me know down in the comments what you want to see more of. Don't bother telling me what you want to see less of. I'm not interested. We don't have that kind of relationship unless you super chat. And then by all means. Anyway, like I said, you join me on Wednesday, because Wednesday 13 and I are going to discuss an article that came out about touring and about how touring can affect your mental health. It could even damage your mental health. And so we're going to talk about some of the good and bad when it comes to life on the road. In my series, Life on the Road, I feel like only shows the good. I probably sugarcoat it a little bit. So that show will be this Wednesday. And as far as television shows that are ready to go, that you're going to see locations from, coming very soon, Punky Brewster. If you guys remember Punky Brewster, the original punk herself, that show coming up very soon. And the Wonder Years. I went to all the houses from the Wonder Years. So that episode coming soon. A lot of people requested it. And that's a big thing. You request it, and I'll go out and find it. So that's coming. Different Strokes very soon, maybe Friday, for fans who enjoy that. Some of these Norman Lear shows, which, I've been researching these Norman Lear TV shows that he either created, co-created, or developed. In most cases, he developed them. Someone else had the idea. All in the Family, probably his biggest show. And but listen, Different Strokes and Facts of Life and the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, he all was involved with. Now, some people say that that maybe he didn't come up with all these ideas on his own. And I think that's pretty well established. Just because you developed the show doesn't mean you created it. It got me to thinking about a guy named Eric Monte. And he wrote a script of All in the Family, like a spec script, and they liked it and they used it. He might have even created the character of Lionel Jefferson, but he became friends with the actor, Mike Evans, who played Lionel Jefferson, and they were writers, and they had ideas. And he wrote a movie called Cooley High, that's sort of a major kind of black 70s movie. He actually, Eric went to the school, the actual Cooley High. He went there, and that's where he got the ideas. And he also grew up in the projects that Good Times are based off of. Norman Lear gave him a shot to write with Mike Evans to create Good Times. And when he did that, he feels that he wasn't paid properly or credited properly. And so at the end of the day, he sued Norman Lear, and they say that he wasn't taken care of. He only made $1 million, but remember, if you're involved in creating the Jeffersons, apparently he created that as well. That's not a lot of money. And he felt like he was blacklisted by Norman Lear after that. Norman Lear says that he might have wrote the first script of Good Times with Mike Evans, but that someone came in and really fleshed it out, and that he probably would not have even gotten credit in today's world, but that he was happy to see him make something. Who knows? Controversial story. Eric Monte's still alive. He's 80 years old, and he's not in the best of health. His family is trying to get his legacy to be remembered for what he did. And anyway, I'm trying to get him to come on the show. I'm not sure how much he can talk about at this point. I mean, his health-wise, I mean. So, but maybe we get him and his granddaughter on. I have reached out. And let's see, because it's a fascinating story. And I'm always fascinated in people who didn't get the credit they deserve. I shot a video in New York of a guy named Bill Finger. Bill Finger created the majority of Batman characters, but a guy named Bob Kane got all the credit. And it wasn't until his death. Did he get the credit he deserved? Well, it would be nice to see Eric Monte get some credit while he's alive. And they're starting to do that. They're starting to get the word out. So I hope to bring you that show soon. One of his other credits is that allegedly he brought the idea to Norman Lear of hiring Red Fox. They were going to do a remake of the show Steptoe and Son from England, and he said, "Why don't you try this comedian Red Fox?" He was an actor also. Red Fox had been in movies, and so who knows? Wouldn't it be an interesting story to discuss with him? Well, those are all things that we'll find out soon enough. So I'm hoping that you guys are interested in all the things on this channel, and that you will tune in again on Wednesday. The videos that I released, the tour diaries and the location videos, they come out at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The best way to stay up to date is hit the bell for notifications, and then you'll know when a new video is coming out. Also, look, all I ask is that you like these videos and subscribe. But if you want more content, I have a Patreon. It's linked in the description. And there's a couple cool packages that you could sign up for to get content before everyone else, to have an interactive edge, getting postcards to everybody, and personally that I send from on the road, guitar picks, other things that you can get. And we're going to be adding a lot more interactive things just for patrons. If you just want to watch these videos before everyone else, if you want to see it before your friends, consider becoming a channel member. Just hit the join thing. I think it's $5 a month, and you'll watch everything before everybody else, ad free. How about that? So that's for channel memberships. And we're always trying to give back a little bit. I've said, when I get to 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to open it up. Well, here we are, knocking at the door of 30. Who is it? Anyway, and it's time to give back. Next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to see Stephen Piercy and Warren DeMartini at Count's Phantom, Las Vegas, one of the last shows that will take place there. It's unfortunately going out of business. $500 value, courtesy of Dollar Loan Center. So we're going to give that away. And at Christmas, we sent everybody Christmas cards who was in the Patreon. There's all kinds of fun perks. So it's always appreciated if you can afford it. Go ahead and contribute to this channel. But listen, I wish I could stay and talk all day. At this point, normally I would go to the questions, but because there are no questions and this is pre-recorded, we'll have to wait until next time. Anyway, I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Just wanna waste some time with you.